Hi, my name is David Scott. I'm the Senior Account Manager for GEOSYS, Inc. out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. I've been there for almost 2 years, and I cover the U.S. and Eastern Canada for the company in a sales role. GEOSYS is the world's largest agricultural remote sensing company using satellite imagery. We're in over 50 countries worldwide. We have 5 offices, starting in Toulouse, France, one in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We have one in Sao Paulo, Brazil, Sydney, Australia, and we're just opening an office in Russia. We're also going to be opening an office in Geneva, Switzerland. And our basic value proposition is we are the leader in taking satellite imagery, converting it into data, and giving it to agronomists and to farmers to help them make decisions about improving their crop production systems. There's really 2 ways that you can use Ndvi imagery. One is to plan for a season ahead of time. Ndvi imagery is, just as an aside, is simply a reading of a light spectrum back from the plant that's reflected from the sun. And that is in direct proportion to the health of the plant. And as you get a healthier plant, you get more yield. So they're related. It's not a one-to-one relationship, but it's close. Prior to the season, you can use this imagery to actually look at the variability in a field, and you can decide whether or not there's enough variability to perhaps place that field as a candidate for variable rate farming, whether it be seed or fertilizer or any other input, and then act accordingly. Another thing you can do is in season you can use this imagery to actually track the crop's progress. You can use it to determine areas in the field that may not be performing up to par. Then you could go out and investigate what's going on. Satellites are able to sense changes in crop before the naked eye. So in doing so, you can actually prevent yield loss, which can get very expensive, even this much so that by the time you were able to see it with your naked eye, it'd be quite costly. So those are really the 2 things that you can do with Ndvi imagery. I could go into all kinds of detail on both of those, but the second, you really don't have to be engaged in any kind of variable rating to use Ndvi imagery on a farm. And we've had a lot of people that get started with our product that way. If you're curious about learning more about GEOSYS or Ndvi imagery and how you could use that on your farm, or if you're wanting to get a hold of us, go to www.geosys.com and look us up and our different tools that we have there.
This video is brought to you by Farms.com.